Hello people, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time on the channel, a special welcome to you. I ask that you check out the rest of my videos. If you like what you see, give them a thumbs up, leave a comment, but more than anything else, I'm asking that you subscribe to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a more light-hearted subject that concerns animal. I was watching YouTube and I saw a video that pertains to Jamaica and dogs in Jamaica. And I was a bit inspired and moved by the video subject that I thought I would share my opinion on my channel, and hopefully I can inspire some other Jamaicans to be more mindful of animals, be more mindful of dogs. I am definitely a dog person, 100% dog person. I was a proud dog owner up until a few years ago. My dog here that you're looking at is a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, which I bought when I lived in the UK. And I bought him when he was 7 weeks old, and I had him for years, up and top of years, until we after had that, you know what I mean, unfortunate separation. The subject matter of the video was so moving. I will briefly tell you the story and then I will share my opinion on it. Apparently, a family from the US was on a cruise ship tour that stopped in Jamaica. And while they were in Jamaica, the family went to a farm. And while they were at the farm, there were some stray dogs, what we call in Jamaica, mongrel dogs. And a 17-year-old by the name of Elliot, who's from Seattle, saw one of the dogs, a pup, that was extremely hungry and extremely on the verge of dying. And her conscience just could not deal with the state of the dog. So she took personal interest in this dog and wanting to know how could she actually get this dog back to the United States of America. Wow, right? That was the first thing came to my mind. That is a big gesture, you know, but it's not a very easy thing to do. But as you know, in Jamaica, we say, where there's a will, there is a way. So what this little girl did, she went back on the cruise ship and she tried to contact some local shelters in Jamaica. And one of the shelters that she got in contact with was called Animal House Jamaica. And she kind of like made a deal with Animal House Jamaica. And the deal was, if she can finance the keep and care of this dog, Animal House Jamaica will do everything in their power, in their veterinary powers, to bring this dog back up to health and up to full speed of strength. So she kept her end of the deal. She gave Animal House the necessary funds, and Animal House kept their end of the deal, and the dog got back up to par. So now she knew she's back in America. The dog is still in Jamaica, but she knew for sure that the dog is no longer hungry, no longer starving. But her quest didn't end there, because her ultimate goal was to get the dog to America, where she could be the owner that keeps and cares him for the rest of his life. She consulted with her parents, asked her parents if she could actually get the dog over to the parents, made a deal with her. The parents says, if you can fund his passage to America, you can indeed keep the dog. So the parents obviously didn't fund her. She went and independently created a GoFundMe account. You know, we got to give thanks to technology these days. She did a GoFundMe account, which people responded, supported her mission, and she finally got her dog flown to America, where she became a proud owner of a Jamaican dog. It's probably the first of its kind where someone actually filed for a dog. I thought it was funny, I thought it was interesting, but more than anything, I thought it was heartfelt. You know, because like I say, I am a dog person. I love dogs. And growing up in Jamaica, it is a common sight to see common dogs, what we call mongrel dog. Years later, when I visited Jamaica, not much had changed where common dogs were concerned. But what had changed is that a lot of people were now proud dog owners. But at the same time, these proud dog owners, I could see the obvious prejudice. You know, so the same kind of prejudice that we hold among each other. You know, some people only like light-skinned people, some people only like dark-skinned people, some people only like people with pretty hair, and so on and so forth. I realized that a lot of dog owners in Jamaica were only going for mixed breed dogs, pedigree dogs, and the common mongrel dogs were still being treated as common dogs that are not allowed in the house. As a previous dog owner, I'm going to tell you that I have proven that dog is indeed man's best friend. When you don't own a dog, your views to animals could be different until you own a dog and you realize that there's a soul within that creature, there's a soul within that animal. You feel that bond, you feel that muted communication between you and that dog. You somehow find that you have a connection together. He knows you or she knows you and you know him or her, and it's a beautiful bond that I would implore all human beings to try and experience in their lifetime. The relationship with an animal, in particularly a dog. It's a part of the Jamaican custom. It's a part of the Jamaican culture to mistreat dogs. I remember one time I was in Falmouth, Jamaica. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna let my wife tell the story. Remember that time when we went to Falmouth and we were driving in the taxi and there was a dog laying in the road?
Yeah, we thought, you know, if the taxi driver was just gonna go around the dog, or respect the dog.
Or even blow the horn.
Yeah, or even blow the horn, wake him up, or whatever he was doing, whatever. And no, the taxi driver decided it's just a dog.
Yeah.
So the taxi driver just ran over the dog.
Exactly. We don't even know if the dog is dead or alive or was injured, but we thought it was just utterly disregard for an animal.
Yeah, you know, animals, dogs especially, they're known as man's best friend.
Exactly.
And, you know, in Jamaica, we've seen a lot of what they call mongrel dogs in the street.
Yeah.
And some of them were very smart, you know, they kind of like know to move out the way from cars and things, or bicycles and whatever. And, you know, some of them take their time, but most cars would slow down and wait for them to cross or wait for them to get out the way. But this particular taxi driver just ran over the dog. He was so mad. He took it like it was nothing, that it's something that he's done before. And
exactly.
I think when we kind of like voiced our concerns about it,
he felt a little, he felt guilty.
A bit guilty afterwards, you know, but no, that was wrong.
And the driver was only about between the ages of 19, 20 years old, you know, but the way he ran over that dog, it was as if it was nothing. It was as if that dog means nothing to him. It's not really a life. And let me not pretend as if I wasn't aware before of this blatant disregard of animals. I mean, if you grew up in Jamaica in the inner city, you have seen dogs get mistreated. You have seen dogs get kicked. You have seen dogs get water poured in them and so on and so forth. But that was at a time when it was beyond my control. I was a child then. I didn't really know the right or the wrong to it. But deep inside, you felt as if, well, the dog is definitely not happy about that treatment. So your conscience does tell you, even as a kid, that mistreating a dog is totally a wrong thing. As a dog owner, someone who was moved by this story, whether this story was factual or not, I'm going to throw that out there. No discredit to the person who actually put the video on YouTube, but so many people these days, in seeking attention, country story for newspaper print, country story for YouTube publications, and so on and so forth. But whether that was a fictional story or a factual story, it had my heart and it inspired me either way. And I hope that by me relaying it along to you guys, it also inspire you guys to adopt a dog today. You know, take pride in our mongrel dogs, yeah, as we call them. I mean, when I was living in the UK, I learned the term between mongrel and pedigree. My dog was a pedigree for the simple fact that he had a family tree, he had a birth certificate that you could track his mother, his father, his grandfather, and so on and so forth. And mongrel dogs were pretty much undocumented dogs, dogs that you would call a bastard, dogs that you have no real knowledge of their origins. But in Jamaica, the term mongrel dog just refers to common dog, pedigree dog, mixed breed dog. There's just something about dogs that I have discovered that can't so much be explained with words. You have to actually have a relationship with a dog to know what I'm talking about. So, like I say to you, adopt a dog today, mongrel or non-mongrel. And in regards to the Jamaican stigma of keeping dogs outside, your dog is as clean as you keep the dog. You, the dog owner, is responsible for your dog's hygiene. So if you're not treating your dog with any real care, any real love, where the dog is actually clean, then I could see why you would keep a dog outside, to not have any disease transferred to you or your children or your spouse. But if you keep and care a dog, he is just as good to be among the children, among you, among your spouse. I can't stress enough how great it is to have a relationship with a dog as a pet. And you know, dogs are more loyal than humans. Trust and believe that. And dogs just have this sixth sense. They know when something is wrong. They know when something is about to go wrong. They know when you are near. They know when you're far. It's so much you can discover from owning a dog. But before I close this video, I want to commend the channel that uploaded the video. I also want to commend the individual, Elliot from Seattle, for her determination and her power move of taking a dog from Jamaica to the United States of America. And without a doubt, I want to give recognition to all the animal shelters that's in Jamaica, in particularly Animal House Jamaica, which was mentioned in this video. I will check it out online to see what they're about, and I will extend my regard via an email or a telephone call or so. Like I say, today's subject is more light-hearted and somewhat a bit personal to me, because I can't emphasize enough how much I love and adore dogs. So, people, I hope that it was as enlightening and moving for you as it was for me, even though you're hearing it third hand. And yeah, I ask that you continue to support me by subscribing to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Extend my channel information and what I'm about to your friends or family. Ask them to subscribe, because the more you guys watch, the more you guys comment, the more you guys partake with my channel, is the more it creates that for me to continue doing what I do here. So yeah, until next time, peace.